A couple of weeks ago, I not only bared my scars, but I tore them open to expose what it is to experience your existence becoming a crime. I shared with this city that I love so deeply what it is that happens in the moment of fines and jail time for having nowhere to go. This city that I love, that I once was an integral part of its culture and weirdness, announced today, following voter approval of Proposition B, the new ordinance will take effect on May 11th, 2021. I will be 38 on May 12th. When I was 20, I came to this place full of hopes, dreams, fears, and adventure. I lived in your green belts and parks, slept in your alleyways and sidewalks. I hosted open mics and performed nightly in all the venues. Shout out to Ruta Maya, The Hideout, Cafe Caffeine, Austin Java, Kick Butt Coffee, and more. My friends and I were the blood that coursed through Austin's heartbeat. When Save Austin Now's Matt McCowiak says he believes the city council's recent steps are causing a nightmare scenario, disquieting locals who want to comfortably live, work, and raise a family, he and all who voted yes on Prop B and all who voted yes on Proposition B are forgetting that our unsheltered neighbors are the very same locals who want to comfortably live. On May 11th, the city of Austin will begin the enforcement of Proposition B. With little to no affordable housing in this city and the barest outline of a plan to address homelessness, what this means for folks living in encampments is now being fined $500 to exist. $500 is the cost of breathing for folks on the streets now. McCowiak is correct when he states the only way you go to jail is if you can't pay the citation. On May 11th, the city of Austin has voted to make the very act of existence a crime. Not like on the side or in disgruntled whispers or proxy charges, but on paper and as policy. And herein lies the largest issue of it all. The city voted to punish camps for the decisions made by those in power. This issue of homelessness lies in systems that are able to be different than they are when we stand together and demand it. Folks in our city who are experiencing homelessness are not the actual problem, and neither are their camps. The problem is we allow this. When given the opportunity to demand a change from our council, the city chose not to stipulate accountability to our city and developers, but instead to punish those who have no power. To those sympathetic to the plight of the homeless who chose to vote yes on Proposition B, there isn't some magical plan to house folks on the day of May 11th. There will be fines that can't be paid, that lead to warrants, that lead to jail time, that leads to restrictions in access to leasing, but there won't be housing. There is nowhere for folks to go. That's why they live in tents on the side of the road. When this ordinance goes into effect May 11th, we will see the penalty for systems designed to oppress, foisted upon the most defenseless of our community. We, as a city, democratically raised our voices and chose to penalize the poorest and most vulnerable for the decisions of those in power.